Dang it, we back again. Two black motherfuckers. That's what we are. Back in here. The Way Left podcast with my man K Dog. The top of the shelf and the bottom shelf is I, Wayne Bird. Bell, to be exact. And this
That's
man
one
here.
way of looking at it.
Yeah, no, I'm on the bottom of the shelf. You on the top shelf.
Listen, man.
Top
Not when
shelf.
we was in the club. When we would go to the club, you was blank man, and I was other guy.
And you was saying that for a very... Look.
I've been saying that for a pretty long time. Now,
Tables
we had
have
some... shit, ain't nothing turned. It's the same.
No, it's different, man. You
same,
the guy.
Same situation.
You got the guitar?
So, well, I had the guitar a second ago because I want to talk music this week again.
Yes, sir.
So
talk music. Talk music.
I got the guitar out, and then we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And my camera got messed up, and your mic got messed up, and apparently I tried to show you my dick.
Yo. I was really traumatized. I'm like what this nigga doing? Hey, wait a minute. And he had a guitar.
Yeah, I had a guitar and a bass.
Yeah. I'm like, yo.
The guitar and my horn.
And the horn. Yeah. The horn.
So the goddamn whole thing came crashing down and everything got messed up. And my man said, I'm trying to make a OnlyFans over here. The OnlyFans shit.
Oh, man. Hold on 1 second. Mama want to talk to me. Hold on. Hold it up.
Oh, okay. Mama.
Guys, don't have kids. Don't have so many. Don't have a lot. Don't.
Well.
Don't.
You know, I used to watch, because we all seen radio, TV, nowadays podcasts and all that. And I was always surprised at, how little the people in that space knew each other, on a personal level. And it's occurring to me right now, I'm not exactly sure how many kids you have, and I've known you my whole life. You got 4?
Ajon, Rashawn, Adriana, Raven, Rain, Air.
Ooh, beautiful names, but you got 6 kids?
Yeah. Hurting. And then you got to add the steps too. You got to add. I don't really like calling them step. And then you can add 7 because she has 1.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys. So we got 7.
I got steps. I don't really call.
Yeah. You don't call them.
Yeah. I don't call Jasira a step because Jasira came in the game. She was 3.
Yeah. No, that's almost like your kid. That's almost like
that even almost.
Yeah.
Like there's no scenario where anybody else is her dad other than me.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Then,
it's beautiful though.
My stepson. Who?
I say it's beautiful though. It's beautiful in a strange way. It's beautiful.
Well,
because you're not with said parent on the other side, and you still got a relationship.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah.
In a strange way.
Yeah. I spoke to her not that long ago.
Wow.
I'm still kind of. Well, Ayana hit me up the other day. I need to do better. We all need to do better. I don't reach out as much as I probably should, but I try to speak to them, at least on a monthly basis, but probably should be a little more than that.
Yeah.
But I'm also under the process of thinking that you're trying to live your life. You're trying to make something of yourself right now. You don't really need no distractions. Just focus on what you're doing. I'm going to be here. And if I'm not here, I got bigger problems. There's a bigger problem. So live your life, man, and I'll be here when you're in need, you know. So I've only got 2 things.
Gotcha.
The music stuff and then this internet thing, I've been kind of dealing with that, I've been doing the science on that, and I got some thoughts.
Yeah.
I got some thoughts, but I'm gonna start with, and this gonna be a little clumsy, but bear with me. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up. You're Wayne.
Yes.
You're Wayne Bell.
Yes.
I want to introduce you to another Wayne that you probably never knew existed. This is another Wayne.
Oh, shoot.
And this Wayne, now you got to give it to me now. Give it to
Wayne Newton?
don't this got to go into the, there you go. Putting up the lead. My motherfucking mind.
Yo.
He's known as, obviously, the white James Brown.
Right.
Or was. He passed away in 2017, I think it was. And I'd known about him a long
Zero.
time ago and forgot.
Zero. I know zero.
You know nothing. You know
Zero.
you have zero knowledge of this dude.
Zero.
All right. Now, you're aware of the Pat Boone thing when Pat Boone was
Yes.
stealing, literally stealing, word for word, all the little Richard shit? Okay. So he comes along, right, in, I think, the mid 70s. So James had already been around for a minute. He'd already been around. And then that's actually not true. He started soon after James Brown came along, right? He's just a straight up replacement of James Brown and his colored music. He does the cape,
Yes.
the walk off, the faint. He's got the hair. When he started, all of his bandmates and everybody, background singers and all, were all white. Later on, as you see in this clip, got a couple of sisters in there,
Luscious.
doing their thing. He did David Letterman in 1980 something.
How did that go?
I mean, it wasn't great, but neither was what we just saw.
Man,
So
Cause he looks like Johnny Cash if he smoked something.
yeah, that's you nailed it.
Yeah. Johnny
Hit it out of the
Cash
park.
smoking something or look.
It's shit crazy, man. Now, here's what happens, right? I knew about him years ago and forgot about it, just plugged that away. But then on the Godfrey's podcast, what's it called? In Godfrey We Trust. So in the Godfrey We Trust podcast, I don't remember exactly how it came up, but they talked about it. They played a clip just like we did just now. And when I heard the name, I was like, I know that name from somewhere. And I started thinking about the dude who sang the Wonder Years, the original Wonder Years.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
What would you do if you sang out of tune?
What would you
stand
do
up and walk out
with a
on me?
stand attitude? Yeah. Yeah, that was a good tune.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a song.
No, that's
Now,
a badass
if you want
song.
to crack the fuck up,
Badass song.
it's an amazing song. It's the Beatles song, by the way.
Oh.
Beatles wrote it.
Okay.
He redid it. Yeah.
He did it better.
His version is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, his version is better, way better. So when I heard the name, I thought of him first, because their names are similar. I can't remember his name. It's not important. So I thought of him, and then he came up on the screen. I was like, yeah, I remember this dude. He about to do and sure enough,
Man.
he's doing the legs and thing. I said, yeah, I've seen this. Or not that particular clip, but I've seen him. So I got to give credit to Godfrey for reminding me of something I already saw. Now, I said I wanted to talk about music, but I don't no more.
Done.
I don't.
Hey, we rolling.
I'm done.
We running. We rolling.
I'm over it.
We rolling.
Yeah, I'm over it. I actually, because Godfrey is like, this is the Godfrey episode. We're just going to do a Godfrey episode.
Oh.
Remember when I told you this a long time ago. I was working in New York City, and I used to tell you about all these damn women walking around, just all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I was starting to get bothered by the fact that when they saw me coming, they would immediately start doing all this. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, I ain't even like we 50 feet from each other. So you already think before I even get up to you that I'm just gonna zero in straight on your boobs. Which, okay, maybe.
Yeah,
But we don't know that yet.
yeah, give
You
me a
know,
chance.
give me a chance and discredit or credit, whatever. So I called you about it. Fuss. Like, yo, I'm sick of this shit. I'm being treated like I'm a creep, and I'm not a fucking creep. I don't catcall. I don't whistle. I don't grab women by the hand when they walk by. I don't do none of this. And you sitting in the mirror at home or with your girlfriend, looking at your outfit. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. And then you forget that there's 100,000 men outside that's not about to validate you, but they're about to objectify you. And you forgot. And now you outside and you're being objectified and you upset because in the house you got a high five and outside you getting, want some dick? Like, yeah, you're getting that.
But see, but on the flip side of that too is that sometimes they don't want to attract you. They want to attract, but they don't. Oh, not this one. Not this one. The next one go by, that one. Oh, not this one.
Yeah.
That one. And that's what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. I told you that too, right? So I said, okay, you get up in the morning and you get dressed for Evan at the office. But again, you forgot. You got to commute. You can't just, what the bitch used to do with the, whatever the fuck that was when she would think. And she would, you can't do that.
Nah.
You got to get on, you got to get in your car, you got to get on the train, you got to walk 8 blocks, you got to do all of that before you get to this dude in the office that you trying to give some pussy to and been trying to get his attention, and you do all that, and you got to deal with us as you get there, all to find out that he ain't even show up to work today.
Right.
He called out.
Right.
And now you got to do the shit all over again tomorrow.
No. The show still goes on. She she wants somebody to look. She wants somebody to look. But it's just not you.
I mean, it's just not me. And it don't have to be. But if you got your eyes fixated on one man that you're trying to impress with your cocktail dress that you wore outside to work, I can respect that. I can't respect the idea that you think you're supposed to get from your door to the office unscathed. You're going to catch some lumps.
You will. Yeah, you will. You will. I mean, maybe she didn't get the memo. Maybe this is her first time. Maybe this is her first rodeo. I'm sure. Maybe not. But you're going to get in between this space. You're going to get all of that. Creeps, weirdos, eligible guys that you may pass on to get to Evan at at the crossroads, and he's not even there.
Yeah. And he called out today. Now, let me apologize. I forgot about this. Let me apologize for my background. I've been working.
Oh, I see the shirt thing. I see the shirts.
Yeah, my shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get back in the game. You need to show me how to get down.
Well, you need one of those.
Yep. Need that.
And then the whole room is filled with shirt making equipment, and normally I break all that down and make the background pretty for all y'all to see. But
raw dog.
I had to go raw today.
Raw dog, even down to his drawers. Yep. Everything raw dog. You think that he's fully dressed right there. You may think he got jeans on. Nah, this nigga wearing Hanes. This motherfucker. This nigga wearing Hanes and long socks. Tube socks all the way to his ankles.
Yeah. Tube socks and Buster Brown undies. So tighty whities.
Tighty.
So Godfrey was talking about New York summer and how the butt cheeks are out. And I worked and lived in New York City for a decade and a half, And I can tell you that the summertime in New York City, there's no place else like it. It's a zoo.
Wait a minute, not there? Not where you at now? It's not even like that?
I mean,
It's crazy.
like I said, there's just a few too many Golden Corrals in North Carolina to really. There's a lot of bigums.
Oh, I like that number 2.
Yeah,
Let me get that.
there's a lot. There's a lot.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
But New York City got some. They got some of that.
But you got to go in outer boroughs for that shit. They don't allow that shit in Midtown. In Midtown, your fat ass walking around Midtown, they escort you out.
Yeah. you don't fit.
What you doing over here?
You don't fit this environment.
You don't fit this block. You don't fit the sidewalk. You need to go walk your ass in the middle of the street. I'm telling you, the baddest chick I've ever seen in my life was in New York City, walking down 7th Avenue between 29th and 28th Street. And when I tell you, sister girl.
Oh, yeah, you got to make that out there, yeah. You got to put that out there.
Got to make that clear.
Yeah, of course.
Just the baddest chick I've ever seen. And, I mean, you can literally see the street traffic going by slowing down. Everybody walking slowed down. People were coming to dead stops. Like, she was walking down the street. She had changed the environment around her just walking down the street. That's New York City, and you ain't getting that down here. I don't give a damn.
Hold on, you're going too fast, dog. Going too fast, because people really need to understand the power of that. And most women got to understand that power. If you put together your ensemble just right, not tastefully, and you strut with that thing properly, you can turn a traffic jam into a jam. You know what I mean? You can. You guys got the power. I'm telling you. A guy can't do that. The hottest guy can't do that. A woman can cause
your Lamborghini might be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to a point, but not what you're describing. Just walking down sashaying? Nah. So it's very important for people to really understand that, you can actually do this. And women are stopped.
You can uplift the community.
Women are going to stop.
You can bring about change. But I mean, as Corey Holcomb said, and I got problems with the homie.
Yeah.
But more on that later. But he said, and he's right, a whore can destroy a community. You got a working class black community that everybody's kind of thriving, and you put a whore in the midst of that. She's breaking up families. She's causing friction. She's filled with drama. Like, you could tear it down, or you can just be beautiful.
Yes. If you're talking about the old-fashioned hooah, yes, but not a prostitute.
Yeah.
Not a prostitute.
Well, not a prostitute. No, a prostitute is helpful. No, a prostitute.
Not a prostitute.
A prostitute has value. I think every community should have just one door that you can just, when your wife's away or when something's going on,
Hey,
it's like,
you there? You ready? Can I come on through? Let me cash app you. I'm for real.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Every neighborhood need one, man. Yeah. I mean, that's some way left shit. That's some dog shit. But
nah, not really. Not really the way things are.
I'm just saying. But yeah, a beautiful sister. Because there's a few things that go on with that, right? Because she was dressed sexy. Like, she had tight jeans. She had a little midriff going with, like, the shirt was kind of rolled up. Right. I remember everything she had on. Blue jeans, red shirt, the whole shit. This is 25 years ago. I remember this shit. But all that, she just walked. And I would imagine, she was too gorgeous for anybody to even approach.
So you think.
Like, you.
So you think.
Well,
So you
in
think?
the block and a half that I saw, wasn't nobody doing that. I wasn't gonna do it. Homeboy next, nobody was gonna do it. Now, if she keeps walking, or if you go back into her recent past of 10 blocks ago, she might have got a couple of, how you doing? How you doing?
Nah, you.
But
Whoa. See, boy. What would you say if you had anything to say? See, you see,
it's a good question.
see. What would you say? How would you even say that? You're awed by this beauty, and you say absolutely nothing. You be got. God damn. That's all your body is saying, aching.
Right. Internally, that's all you're doing.
You
if you can muster up, if you can calm yourself and muster up enough courage to speak, there's nothing you can say that she hasn't heard before.
Yeah, but if y'all stop looking at Ray Charles down there like that, y'all down there, bunch of Ray Charles. If you guys really just sit there and say, and just be brutally honest, like, girl, you walking today. You walking. Boy, you strutting. And you put out your hand and she give you a high five, boom, and you just keep it walking. That's it.
Okay, yeah. Because thinking about her puts me back into the insecurities that all people feel, right? There's always a bigger fish. So I don't have insecurities, but on that day, in that moment, I was like, there's nothing in the world I can say to this woman. But if you put that aside for a minute, right? Mm-hmm. And again, this is the Godfrey episode, so now I got to give a shout out to Dante Nero. I've given this same advice in the past myself. If you compliment a woman every day with no expectation, you just say, nice hair, nice jacket, whatever, keep it pushing. Don't try to turn it into anything. Just simply make the compliment, brighten up her day, and move on.
I've been doing for years.
Right.
Years.
If you do that on a daily basis, that woman walking down the street doesn't deter you from that. You're still in your natural space because you can make the compliment with no expectation, and whether she smiles, grins, frowns, or lashes out, you're good because you've heard it all before every day.
Right.
So that's the approach.
But if you can knock her loose with something really unique.
Yeah, but you got to find that.
You got it. Don't they call you the dog? I don't know. You can do this? All the game you got.
I'll tell you. I told you this before too. Coming off the train, there's stairs at the Penn Station, so you got to go up the stairs. So she's a couple of seats in front of me, and the whole time I'm riding on the train, I'm just like, damn, she's bad. So get off the train. She's ahead of me a little bit. I catch up to her, stick my hand out to go up the stairs. When I have a little stair date, go up the stairs together. Took her hand, took each other's hand, walked up the stairs. Couple of seconds of, stair date.
Smooth, yo. That was smooth.
Yeah, it was smooth. It didn't go nowhere.
But it's good practice. It's great practice.
It's good practice. The more you talk to people, the easier it is to talk to people.
Yes, it's practice. And this is what it is. It's just a scrimmage. It's a daily scrimmage. And then one day, you can just knock somebody loose being you. You know?
I mean, that should be happening.
Yeah, it does. And then you
basis.
You move to the Bronx. Then all of a sudden you find yourself in Durham. And yeah, it happens.
Something happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
Some things came together. I know we were all supposed to do it, but I guess we'll table that for next week. We're supposed to do the woman.
Oh no, we gotta.
What were we talking about?
Yeah. Man, the sisters. Basically, the when you look at Mrs. Cosby, Felicia Rashad, you look at not you look at Stephanie Mills. Yeah. Stephanie Mills is one.
Vintage.
Yeah. That stuff, man.
Dion Cole style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so we talked about it, but we go back to it maybe next week. But we could
need
talk
a
for
list,
second.
man. Because you saying there's not
need a-
30.
yeah,
You
we
say
gotta-
you said it's not 30.
I don't think you can get
That's
to 30.
disrespectful, Mr. Black Power. Look, it's 30.
Nah, I'm being respectful because I'm not going to put Cardi B on that fucking
No,
list.
no. It's 30. It's 30.
And they got to be living,
Hold on.
you know.
Oh, they got what? They got to be living? Nah, dog.
I mean, I would say, okay, if you want to put,
Shaka Khan.
because
Shaka Khan ain't one.
I mean,
Shaka Khan ain't
yeah,
one.
yeah. Shaka Khan
Well, look,
is,
we got Shaka Khan already. We got we just said Stephanie Mills. Right?
Stephanie Mills.
We got Miss Cosby,
and
Felicia Rashad.
Rashad.
We got at least one member from the different world. One member, or maybe even two. Yes.
I mean, are we, okay, so if you talk a different world, you're going to have to put brains over beauty.
Nah.
You're going to have to go with,
Wait a minute. So you don't tell me that.
or
Go ahead. Or
you're going to have to exclude the after. You could go the before photo, but you can't go, where are they now? I'm just saying, I don't want to say, because I love her, and we all loved her, but, so if I'm going to go off of living, what's it called?
Living Single?
A Different World.
Different World and Living Single.
No. I mean, well, Erica Alexander gets on there because of who she is. She is fine,
See?
but it's also who she is. I would put Nettie, I would put the dorm director from A Different World in there because of who she is.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
Shit. Nah. The sister is for real.
Yeah, she's for real, but I'm all right, we put the director in there. But what I'm saying is, so you trying to say what's the other goddamn lady girl name? Lenny Kravitz's ex-wife. God dang it. She
Lisa Bonet,
came
I'm gonna say Denise Huxtable can get it because of how well she aged and kind of how quiet she is. Like, she's without controversy, she's without drama. She was married to a rock star. Then she went ahead and married, Game of Thrones dude.
and Fishman. Then she married Fishman.
Yeah, Aquaman. She married Aquaman and shit, after that. So that's pretty impressive. She might get the Hootenanny Award, if nothing else, because you got to have some kind of Hootenanny to get Lenny Kravitz to write a whole song about you.
Yeah, so like I said, got to do that. And then
We got to do that.
and then we play on the Melissa Alanos.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the
Others.
others, the honoraries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they're honoraries.
that's the best way to put it. The honorary.
Yeah. Looking at you, Six from Blossom.
That joke is still 6.
Six from Blossom. I gotta take this hat off, man. It is hot than a summer fucking here.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, 6, but she didn't go all the way. But, I get it.
she didn't do 5 seasons of Moesha and not give.
Oh, no, she
not
gave
give
somebody.
one
Yeah, no.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, somebody.
Somebody got up in there. You don't get an ass that fat unless you let somebody.
Some kind of ethnicity, get it?
Yeah, some kind of ethnicity got to get, because your biological, it chips in, it helps you out. You can't take all that dick. You need some ass to block.
Woo.
Woo.
Hear that dog? Look, that's that K Dog talking, boy. That ain't Nigel
I'm
talking.
just saying, there's a reason why
Ain't Nigel.
your ass is this.
This is not Nigel talking. Nigel would never say anything like this. K Dog.
Not at all.
K.
That ass is like that because this dick needs a barrier. It needs a buffer.
God dang, that thing a buffer.
What the fuck do you think would happen
Death.
if
Pure death.
If you
and
just
destruction.
yeah,
Death and destruction.
I mean, you got women tapping out now with the fatty. Imagine if you had the flatty.
You know, I'm going back on that though. That's my lane now, cause I'm tired. Yeah, yeah, cause they fake now. You don't know which
You talking
one.
about BBLs?
Yeah, I ain't with that. I ain't with
I
that.
mean, I
I
don't
ain't
know
with.
what's going on. I see.
I ain't with that.
I take everything at face value. You know. So
They
when
look bad. They look bad. You can tell. You
some
know.
shit look stupid because your legs are thin, and then just this ginormous ass just pops up out of nowhere, and then your waist gets small, and it's like, well, that don't belong, you
Uh,
know. So it's just like anything else, man. Like your weave don't make sense. Those
mm,
eyelashes don't make sense.
mm.
Them lips don't make sense, and that fucking ass don't make sense. That ass don't make sense on your body. Considering the rest of your body mass and weight and proportion and everything is disproportionate and looks ridiculous.
So do you,
And
so you say that they look more transgenderish?
I've heard people say that, like make that like
They do.
yeah, like that comparison.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Because the whole
I mean,
style.
yeah, because in the current environment, you
Yeah.
do have to start wondering, like, well, are you a dude? Because I didn't know Laverne Cox was a fucking dude. I mean, it didn't take long to figure it out because it's like, well, wait a minute. And then I saw the Orange is the Black, whatever the fuck that show was called, and he stripped down to because every main character in the show they went back to like their origin story, like what were you before prison, you know, and so you can see this dude as a dude with his wife of all things helping him dress up like a woman, helping him live his truth. So she's helping him live his truth. And through that entire experience, he's going all in. And she's like, don't get rid of your penis. And he's like, if I'm doing it, I got to do it. So she wants to keep. Let that be a lesson to all you women out there, too. That was a woman right there who wanted to keep the dick. She'd want the dick. Don't remove your dick. And all you dumb bitches just throwing dick away, just keep that dick away from me. Okay, let's see what happens when I chop it off. Then what?
See, look, everybody. This is Bill Cosby / Richard Pryor. Go.
See, because you bitches think that you don't need the dick, but you need the dick because the dick make it go when you're fucking and you're going and you're doing and see and then you're supposed to go nah, but you don't want to do the nah. You want to do nah.
Nah.
Everything is nah, not now,
Not now.
tomorrow.
See, oh, he going. He going. Tell you, that is not Nigel. That is all the way.
And then we get,
King Dog.
and over, and you got the right to be mad as a dude. Shit, goddamn, the bitch, put the pussy, give me some pussy, bitch. My dick hard enough to cut diamonds. Shit.
Yeah,
Shit, goddamn.
yeah, boy.
So that's not a very good Richard Pryor.
But
Not
it's a
actually
mixture
very
between.
good-
It's a mixture of the two.
Yeah. So I so yeah, it does look cartoonish on some people.
Man, it's terrible.
Because who did it recently?
Yeah.
Titties. Vivica Fox did it recently,
Oh,
apparently.
No way. She's
Again,
fat.
apparently.
She's fat.
Yeah, she is fat.
And she did it?
Hey, Vivica, I love you, baby, but
Did that?
you're a little chunky. But I mean, you're supposed to get chunky, man. You're supposed to first of all, look, I don't want no washboard. Okay? I want a little,
Flat.
roll over the belt a little bit.
Yeah.
I like a nice stomach.
Yeah.
I like stomach. I like boobs. I like everything. But there's nothing like a nice stomach with a little just. You remember that movie Pulp Fiction? Bruce Willis had a girlfriend. She was like, I want a little belly. A little white French chick. I want a little belly, just a little belly. And I was like, what the fuck is she talking about?
And now
But
you
then
got
I
it.
got a little older, and I was like, yeah, I know what you're saying now. Yeah, that shit's sexy. Because you grab ass, you grab legs, you grab titties, but you can't grab the stomach because your stomach too flat.
Right. Right.
Ah,
Right.
I want to grab some stomach too. We want to grab
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Very
We want to
important.
grab everything.
Very important.
And, that's how we are. So,
So we got to do that. Go ahead.
we got to do that.